Dopo il suo lavoro del 2021 in cui rendeva omaggio a Nick Drake riarrangiando al pianoforte tutto Pink Moon, Demian Dorelli torna con My Window, nuovo album di brani originali con una dedica particolare, come ci ha spiegato lo stesso giovane compositore all'inizio della nostra intervista.
The album is called, and the project is called My Window, and there's a title track number 3 on the record is also called My Window. And that was particularly a memory from my past when I was growing up. We used to go on holiday down in Cornwall, right in the very southwest of England. And I just remember it was beautiful because it was by the sea. There were the fishermen, the fishing boats, and the seagulls, and I was so impressed by the whole place. And I've always loved, since I was little, just being by water. It's one of my favorite things to do, and to be out in nature. And so, having written that track kind of based on that feeling, it kind of related to the sea and nature, and something that I really care a lot about. So, and I'm worried because I've been to places around the world where I've seen how bad, for example, the sea is. With full of plastic, and in places where you wouldn't imagine that. I've swum with manta rays in the seas in Bali, for instance, and you just find yourself covered in plastic the whole time. So you've got this beautiful creature in front of you, which is kind of heavenly, and yet at the same time you're dealing with plastic in your face. And there's something horrible about that, and I hope we can improve the situation somehow at some point. So we all do what we can in our own way. But just for that reason, I wanted to really dedicate this record, and particularly that track, to the waters of our world, which I love so much.
Il pianista è figlio di un fotografo di moda italiano e di una ballerina di danza classica inglese, per cui è cresciuto in un ambiente artistico e forse anche per questo motivo non poteva non partire dall'arte per comporre le nuove tracce di questo suo nuovo album.
They started from art. So I would use, in most of the pieces in the record, there are 9 tracks on the album. In many of them, I used a piece of artwork which I loved, that had something to do with the window. If not, the window was directly involved in the artwork, and I would use that to help me guide the compositions, maybe how I would make the pieces, and if I felt that there was a story that I could see behind that painting or that picture, that's how I would get inspired to then write the melodies and the kind of journey through each track. Let me show you. So the main inspiration originally was a guy called David Hockney. I don't know if that's all written backwards for you now, but anyway, he did a collection of art called My Window back in 2010, and this is just the preview, but the book is huge. He did a collection of works on the iPad and iPhone, which nobody had done at the time because the iPhone was really new, and nobody had really got into that. But he did like 120 drawings from inside his Yorkshire home of different views from his windows. So look, there's the lovely man that David Hockney is. This just gives you an idea. You can't see the pictures in full, but you get the idea. And for instance, these two here that you can see were the inspirations for work I did. So this is the opening track on the record, is Clouds in Bloom, and it started. I don't know if you can see that with this picture. So, you know, I used the idea of the clouds in the distance and the beautiful colours of spring in the foreground. Just the feeling of that scene through a window really got me inspired. This one too. This one is a track called Inside Out, and it began looking and getting inspired from this picture. So that was the idea, and that's how I got going.
Come era accaduto per Nick Drake's Pink Moon Journey on piano, anche questa volta è stato l'artista e illustratore italiano Franco Matticchio a realizzare la copertina del nuovo disco del giovane compositore e ad andare anche oltre la sola copertina dell'album My Window.
We're back to Franco Matticchio again, which is great. I'm so happy that he would work with us on this. And actually, we decided to take it a step further. You can see in the background the original Pink Moon cover he did for my first record. But now he did the cover, which is great, but he's also done a piece of art for each track. So for all 9 tracks, he's done an original work. The idea was he would take my title of my track, and we purposely didn't want to kind of tell him too much about the music and too much about what I might want and what should be in the picture. And he kind of made his own take on it, which is what I really loved. And we wanted to see how he would interpret just the title, even before hearing the music much. So it's a real Franco Matticchio feel for each song, and amazingly they're just perfect. It was so exciting to see them as they arrived, you know, one by one. It was really exciting. So he's done a great job. Amazing.
Infine, Demian Dorelli presenterà il suo nuovo lavoro domenica 21 maggio all'alba, in particolare alle 5 del mattino a Milano, al piazzale del Cimitero Monumentale, nell'ambito del festival dedicato al pianoforte Piano City Milano 2023.
It's all very apt, the fact that I'll be playing all'alba, I think is how you describe it. So very early in the morning. So the concert's at 5 o'clock, just before the sun rises. And yes, the idea is that it'll be the first time I actually play the full record live, amongst some other tracks too. But I will definitely be playing all 9 pieces on that Sunday morning. So if anyone's around and you feel that you can get up early, it's worth the pain of getting up. It's actually a really special time that early in the morning. So I hope to see some of you there.